Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Theme Park Obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today I'm back in the park, in the AKA office, as you can see, because I wanted to talk a little bit about some armchair Imagineering for Walt Disney World. Disney announced that they want to spend $60 billion in the Parks and Resorts division around the world, and I'm sure a few billion of those dollars will be going to Walt Disney World. So let's talk about what could be, and I have a few little ideas of what they should build, so I wanted to talk about that in today's very relaxing video. It's not going to be too crazy as far as B-roll or anything like that. It's just going to be a one-on-one walk in the park. So how about you and I dive right in. Disney builds a lot of amazing attractions and they spend a lot of money on some of these attractions, and it really does make you feel like you're immersed in whatever world they're trying to immerse you in. So they're very capable of doing some of the most spectacular things in their rides and attractions. And the reason why I picked Walt Disney World for some armchair Imagineering as far as expansion is concerned is because they just have a bunch of room to expand in the first place. The Disneyland Resort is a different story. It's a lot more difficult. But to be fair, the Disneyland Resort has a bunch of rides and attractions. There's more rides and attractions at Disneyland and California Adventure combined than there are at all the 4 Walt Disney World parks. At the end of the day, we have to remember that Epcot still has less than 15 attractions and Animal Kingdom has less than 10. So yeah, there's plenty of room to expand and create even more capacity in all of those 4 theme parks out there. But let's start brainstorming. I think one attraction that would be really fun would be an attraction based on Stitch. I mean, they have the Stitch's Great Escape thing, but I'm talking about a full-on ride, something that is more thrilling and exciting than a sit-down show. That would be pretty awesome. Stitch is a very popular character, and he's been popular for a very, very, very long time. And I mean, come on, Hawaiian roller coaster ride, it's a no-brainer. Let's do it. I think Stitch is a perfect fit for Walt Disney World in one of those parks. I'm thinking maybe more Magic Kingdom, but yeah, a Stitch attraction? Heck yeah. I think all of us want to go on a Hawaiian roller coaster ride. And I wonder if they could do like SeaWorld Orlando installed that surf coaster. It's definitely for the bigger kids, but I wonder if they would make like a family-friendly model, something that looks similar, more maybe a sit-down version that still had that surfboard kind of look. I think that would be awesome. It'd be another roller coaster they can add to one of those parks out there. Next up, my friend Sarah suggested an Aladdin ride, an Aladdin flying carpet attraction, similar to Peter Pan, like a new-aged version of Peter Pan, but we're on the magic carpet flying through Agrabah. Like, how awesome would that be? One scene in particular in the movie is totally fit for something very thrilling, and it's the scene where the Cave of Wonders is collapsing and you can try to escape it and all that kind of fun stuff, but maybe there's a scene where the rock falls in front of you and it blocks the entrance and exit, and then you cruise to a different scene where you then meet the genie and all that, and then you escape the Cave of Wonders. I mean, that would be really exciting. That would be so beautiful to see, especially because Disney can throw a bunch of money into something like that to create really cool elements of magic. And I think Aladdin, like Stitch, is pretty timeless. I think people will be talking about Aladdin for a very long time, and I think if they built an attraction that was very good, it would stand the test of time. I mean, it would be there forever. Or how about this one? How about Lion King? Especially for Animal Kingdom. I think that would be pretty dope. And you could do something that's like maybe after the first movie, because the first movie is a little brutal as far as the sadness is concerned. So we could maybe do something after the fact, after we know everything is okay. And how neat would it be? Like, you could do like a trackless thing, or you can do some other sort of ride system, but how cool would it be is if like it started outside and we saw Pride Rock or something, and you went into Pride Rock, and then that's where the interior show space would be, and like the outside can blend in really nicely with Animal Kingdom, and be a little bit more organic looking, which would be great. But I think that would be a really cool element to a dark ride at Animal Kingdom, to have it indoors and outdoors in scenes that would make sense to be outdoors, but the minute you step foot inside, it would be like a little bit more cartoony. There's actually rumors on the street that they're going to do a Lion King attraction at the Studios Park at Disneyland Paris. because they are expanding that park. They're building the Frozen Land. There were plans for Galaxy's Edge, but those plans are now not, like, those are not in the concept art anymore. So a lot of people online were speculating that it's Lion King, which again, if they could do that over at the park, awesome. But I think here in America, we deserve a Lion King ride as well. Next up, a few ideas for Epcot. Now, Disney did talk about the possibility of Encanto being at Animal Kingdom, but personally, I think it just doesn't really fit in Animal Kingdom. Disney's going to ruin Animal Kingdom. We've already accepted it, that Disney's current leadership has no clue of what Animal Kingdom's core value is. But anyways, I think Encanto would be better fit at Epcot because you could have a pavilion showcasing that country a little bit better, and it would fit nicely within World Showcase. But I think an Encanto attraction would do really well at Epcot and add to that park's need of attractions, because again, the park doesn't have that many rides. It's a park for adults. It's not, the kids can get easily bored. So I think they need to keep focusing on Epcot and Animal Kingdom specifically. But yeah, I think Encanto would be really good at Epcot. And another ride I think would be good at Epcot is Coco. I've been saying this for a long time now, that they should replace the attraction in the Mexico Pavilion. As much as we love the Grand Sierra Tour, I think it's time for it to go. And I think a Coco dark ride, doesn't have to be a boat ride. They just rip the boat ride out and do something completely new. But I think a Coco dark ride would be absolutely stunning in that spot. Going back to Animal Kingdom though, with the Encanto thing, like, I guess they could do it. And if they were to do it, I just hope they focus on Antonio and his love for animals and stuff. And then, when you walk into his room, instead of being in a show building, you are outside and you're on a new adventure trail and you see real life animals. Like, that would be cool. I think that would work. Even though, again, I think they're really pushing away the original vision of Animal Kingdom, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. If they do that though, I'll be more forgiving because they can build another adventure trail. We can see more animals. And I think the adventure trails at Animal Kingdom, like the Maharaja Jungle Trek and the Gorilla Falls Trek, are just beautiful. So they could definitely do that again with Encanto. Going back to Epcot specifically, I think they should revisit Mary Poppins. They need to do a Mary Poppins attraction. The crowd went wild when they announced that at D23 a few years ago. But I hope they do something a little bit more extravagant. I think really playing up on the cartoon element in the movie would be a lot of fun. And again, they could do another trackless ride since they really love doing the trackless thing. Or again, another ride system. Could you imagine just hanging on an umbrella the whole time? How about this one for Magic Kingdom? A Cinderella dark ride. I think people would like to see a Cinderella dark ride, myself included. Cinderella's iconic. We could all be late for the ball and ride a carriage. It turns into a pumpkin or something. I don't know. Again, something you'd really have to sit down and think about. But it could be very cool in real life. And again, gorgeous scenes in that ride if they actually spent a lot of money and time on it. And could you imagine the announcement? Like, you could do, okay, hey, we're gonna do the Cinderella dark ride, and the crowd goes wild. Yeah, this is awesome, I can't wait. And then like fog rolls in and the lights turn green and everything, and then they're like, but we're also building the Villain's Land. Oh man, the crowd goes wild, everyone passes out, including myself. That epic, totally epic. Cinderella, and then boom, they also build a Villain's Land with maybe another 1 or 2 attractions, or maybe even 3 attractions in there. Perfect for Magic Kingdom, expanding capacity at the park and really drawing gate. I mean, we got to remember, at the end of the day, Universal Orlando is opening up a brand new theme park here in the next less than a year. And that park is opening up with, I think, 12 attractions. So Universal Orlando will be just shy of the total amount of attractions that Walt Disney World has. So I think it's time Disney needs to step it up, because Universal Orlando is going in hard. They got Epic Universe coming. I'm sure there's expansions for Islands of Adventure and Universal plans. So yeah, I mean, they're going to catch up if Disney doesn't act quick. So again, Villain's Land, Cinderella ride, heck yeah. Now, one more thing before I kind of slowly close this video out. I think another great attraction would be one based on a Goofy movie. My friend Sarah and I were talking about that, and I think some sort of thrilling car ride attraction based on a Goofy movie would be good. Now, some of you remember at California Adventure, like some of the original concepts for Cars Land was like based on Goofy, and they scrapped that idea and they decided to do Cars as the IP. But I think they should revisit a Goofy attraction, and I think they should do a Goofy movie. because in the movie, there's so much happening. And for those that have been kind of keeping track, the power line stuff is so popular, and how epic that would that be at the end of the attraction? You're at the concert, similar to what they've done at the Zootopia attraction in Shanghai Disneyland, and you see that animatronic at the end, but it's power line and it's a whole concert thing. Yeah, I would be in line for that. There's a lot Disney can do that they haven't even touched on. There's so many opportunities there. Sometimes they're so focused on a lot of the newer stuff, the movies that just come out, and I get that. They want to be as relevant as possible, but I hope they don't forget about the movies that people will never forget about. And the attractions that I mentioned today, I think a lot of those movies in attraction form would never go out of style. Stitch, Aladdin, Lion King, Cinderella, Mary Poppins. People will enjoy those forever. And I personally think that $60 billion over 10 years, a big chunk of it should go to Walt Disney World. Disney World needs it, like really bad. Again, the resort needs more attractions and things to do, and they have so many opportunities at their fingertips. It's not like this would take a while to really think about. No, they have a bunch of options. And hey, Disney's got to do something. Their competitor, Universal, oh yeah, they are not just knocking on the door, they have busted the door down and are taking that crown away from them. It's inevitable. It's going to happen unless Disney does something to compete. And I hope they have something up their sleeve. And some of the ideas that we talked about today in this fun little video, they could definitely do. And I think it will be awesome crowd pleasers. And beyond that, they can just focus on expanding and improving the attractions that they already have as well. Like Journey into Imagination needs some help. They could expand on the Avatar stuff at Animal Kingdom because Avatar is popular. I mean, they can do so much at their parks already without having to do anything drastic. And I really hope that that's the plan. I don't know, what do you think? What rides would you like to see Disney build? Has there been a movie that you've watched and been like, oh dang, that would be a perfect attraction at Walt Disney World or any other Disney park? Go ahead and comment down below, what do you think? And I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, super simple video, nothing crazy. We're almost at the end of 2023. 2024 is gonna be one amazing year on this channel. And I hope all of you are subscribed and staying notified, because there's gonna be a lot of content in 2024. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos in the park or all the vlogs from the theme parks, consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week. Don't forget to check out the Instagram account by following the link down below in the description. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.